Look at their stats coming into the series. Very similar, over 90 home runs, right? Batting average, very similar. Ability to take walks. Two of these teams are top 5 in the country. So there's just so much similarities, but the Gators have been so good. 5 home runs already in this series off of Oklahoma. Only South Carolina has hit more, 6, and that was the very first SEC series earlier this year that Oklahoma played in.
Yeah, these two lineups each have 5 players with double-figure home runs. And Kendra Falvey gets another round job. Stealing one from Sid Sanders.
I mean, this is Falvey's house. I think we got Stacey Nelson Plaza out in left field, but I'll tell you what, that wall needs to be owned by Kendra Falvey because that's exactly what she's done in her career. This is unbelievable, you guys. She gets turned around, switches her feet, jumps over the wall, brings it back in. We have seen her do this so much throughout the regular season. Gets her team so fired up when they've got a 1-0 lead, and you do that.
One of the great gloves we've ever seen in the outfield in college softball. And the senior putting on a show in her final regular season home game.
That vertical jump, incredible.
Keeping Oklahoma off the board. Here's Abby Dayton in the 7th spot in the lineup.
She didn't even have her full speed, too. She turned the wrong way and then flipped her feet around to go make that catch.
You know, that center field fence, 200 down the lines, and then 220 out there in center field. They should just change that to 27. Just put Falvey's number up there with a chalk outline on that center field fence.
She made one yesterday.
Wow.
Here she goes again. 2 for 2.
Watch her turn one way, flip it around to go the other way, and then time this. She times it, so she's not actually going full speed because she's slowing down to meet the wall to get that jump. So athletic, but her reaction tells you everything.
And Jess, the way she lingered right in the air, right? Almost starting to come down, but extends the glove. I mean, amazing. So fun.
Took a double yesterday away from Nellie Mack.
I mean, she's as athletic as they come. The catch, and then we're going to show you her vertical leap. Wow. 34-inch vertical.
Get up there!
Wow. Incredible. And just understanding the timing, right? Knowing your field, knowing where that wall is.
I can watch her reaction on that, though, over and over. I mean, that's what I love, is she knows how big that was, and she's not trying to downplay it. She's like, that was amazing.
Yeah. Well, in Rock, I mean, when you're a pitcher and your outfielder makes a play like that for you, that it just elevates you. It elevates the whole team.
It elevates the outfielders there in the booth. I'm no longer sitting. I am elevated.
Jess Mendoza, one of the great left fielders of all time.
I'm working on my vertical jump as we speak.
It ain't what it used to be.
I know. It's never that. That's amazing.
Bella Emmerling, 2-2 pitch. By the way, just to put in your back pocket, those were 2 very hard-hit balls off the Sooner bats. We'll just keep that in mind as well.
So effectively used the changeup in the first inning. He's not used it quite as much here.
And a punch out for Rothrock in a 1-2-3 inning. Thanks to Kendra Falvey. Florida, who committed to the Gators while she was still in middle school. Really good athlete, the daughter of a couple of Florida athletes. Batting .357 and 1 homer away from that 20 home run club. There's Jason Williams, an NBA champ after his playing days here at Florida. Of course, he was white chocolate, and Michelle Smith has penned the daughter's name with her home run power as
Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth, there we go.
It's going to stick.
I think so.
Definitely. She's been consistent this year.
Let's check out the home run swing. Back-to-back games for her.
2 home runs, 2 games. The pull power is real. First one, center field, a no-doubter. But how about this one yesterday on a changeup? Hits it off the roof in left field. That was an exclamation point on the win.
Just the consistency this year. She's homered in 6 of 7 series.
Strikes out there, 1 down. That's the first for Landry.
I think both these pitchers know that most important is they're going to have to mix speeds after throwing 4 or 5 times through the lineup. That's a changeup. Landry's going to need to use that. Williams does fish for that down in the zone. First strikeout of the game for Sam Landry.
Ava Brown, 282 on the year. She was part of the home run parade yesterday. They hit 3 of them in the 5th inning, Walsh, Williams, and Brown. Opposite field, and drifting back to make the catch is Pickering, 2 down.
That's, I think, going to be the theme of the game. It's going to be a lot of hard-hit balls. These pitchers are going to struggle. They're going to have to really use corners. They're going to have to use those flip changeups that they both throw.
Use the defense, too. It's going to be a lot of contact. Normally more swing and miss from both these pitchers, but not after the lineup has seen them this much.
The number 9 hitter, Kenley Cahalan. 1 for 2 with a run last night after she went 0 for 5 on Thursday. Yeah, to your point, guys, not much swing and miss. In fact, only 1 combined for the 2 pitchers so far.
You start figuring things out.
She doesn't read it off the wall. This allows an extra base. Cahalan turns a double into a triple.
So now back to the top, and Falby a chance to bring her home.
72 miles an hour. I'll tell you what, Sam Landry, 144 pitches Thursday night. She still has some in the tank, though. Fired up after that last hit. She just brought it 72 up in the zone.
Falby grounded back to Landry, her first time out. Running the first on a sac fly. Looking to pick up another one in the second. Two and 1. Number 2 all-time in hits at Florida. Number 2 in stolen bases. Number 3 in runs scored. And then slapped to Nellie Mack, who will take care of it. Cahalan stranded. 1-0. Gators. Winner for center fielders last year, and if she keeps this up, she'll probably get another one. Back to work for Keegan Rothrock in the top of the 3rd. It's 9 and then the top of the order. Anna Core will step in. 6-game hitting streak out of that 9 spot in the order. 3 hits so far in the series.
That's a part of the plate that both pitchers need to have. That inside part of the plate to these righties. They keep coming to Sam Landry, the same thing, but it's not getting called. Right there. Same spot as the pitch prior.
Yeah, exactly. And when the hitter, like Kaur, is slightly off the plate, so she's mid-box, you've got to be able to hit that corner.
Kaur sends one out towards Falby, and on the run, one down. She's had a hand in 3 of the last 4 outs out there in center, and it's back to the top of the order, and Cassidy Pickering, who struck out looking at a changeup back in the first. Freshman All-American, a member of the All-World Series team last year. Hit .353 with 2 home runs in Oklahoma City. Falls behind 0-2.
Rarely see Cassidy Pickering thinking about drag bunting too.
Yeah, well, we saw her yesterday asking the umpire quite a bit. Was that a strike after she would foul a pitch off? Doesn't bite at that pitch.
Yeah, she had a stretch earlier this year, late March, where she reached base in 15 consecutive at-bats.
Well, she's one of the best hitters in the country, without a doubt. And I mean, we talk about her struggles, but I mean, she hit a home run on Thursday.
Yeah,
yeah. It's really just been a game and a half.
Pulled to Williams at second, 2 down. So it's been 4 games in a row with a long ball for Ella Parker.
Yeah, good to see this swing get back, you guys. She was starting to come around, definitely with the average, but the slug still wasn't there. But now it's that front foot. That's the injury. You're seeing her get into that front side. The power is real. 2 home runs in this series, 6 hits, 4 RBIs. She is swinging a hot bat.
And it's a lower leg injury, and most of her time off field. And recently, even in the dugout, she's in a boot. Got a special cleat that she uses when she hits.
Yeah, the month of March, she was hitting below 100. I mean, it just shows how much it affected her swing, her ability to barrel up the ball. But the road to recovery, obviously, doing a great job, and has been hot, hot, hot as of late.
0-2.
I was talking to her last weekend, and she said, honestly, it's now more mental. And this is right as that turn was happening in that Texas series, but she's like, my whole leg is feeling better, but I still am worried about getting my front foot down. And it's gone away now. You can see the comfort she has. That leg kick is back. Like to your point, Michelle, first 12 games, that's not a good batting average, and it has been red hot the last 11.
2-2 pitch from K-Rock. And sends it the opposite way, out to left. 2-out base runner, and the tying run aboard here for OU.
We talk about her power and her slug when she gets in her legs. How about when she doesn't have legs? I mean, you talk about how good of a hitter. This is all hands. It's like you see with a short gamer, just literally use her top half to poke this through the 5-6 hole.
Yeah, and that's a ball off the plate, too. That's a good pitch by Rothrock. I mean, not giving her anything too sweet over the white part of the plate, but just still able to hit that with power through the 5-6 hole.
First hit of the game for the Sooners.
Here's Gabby Garcia, hit by a pitch in the first. They had 2 aboard in that opening frame. There's a swing and miss for Rothrock. Gets another one there. Strikeout number 3 for K-Rock. And now the rubber match here on this final day of the regular season. Oklahoma, the regular season champions, their 12th conference title in the last 13 years. Of course, they came over this season from the Big 12 with Texas. Longhorns finish up 3rd behind Texas A&M. And here's Jocelyn Erickson. It's 2, 3, and 4 coming around for the second time against Sam Landry. Gators started the day in a tie for 5th place, so finish in the middle of the pack and still earn a bye for the SEC tournament. The top 4 will get the double bye. Erickson walked and then scored the only run of the ball game on the Reagan Walsh sack fly in the first.
Has herself in a nice leverage count now, 3-1. Landry was coming back with a lot of changeup in hitters counts. And again, almost sometimes when a pitcher is consistent with the changeup and throwing it for a strike, you almost have to think when they're behind, there's a good chance that they may throw that.
Erickson so late then on 68. 57 changeup, 11-mile-an-hour difference.
It's that effective velocity, right? Especially when you start using the hard stuff more under the hands, it almost gives it another 3 or 4 miles an hour.
And Erickson, another freebie, and here comes Shoemaker, who doubled her first time up. First time tonight that the leadoff is aboard for the Gators. First time for either team tonight. Four for 7 in the series for Shoemaker, with her first career grand slam yesterday. That's 75 RBI, the most in Florida history for a rook. Only 2 other players total have had 80 in a single season. Jocelyn Erickson down at first base set the record last year with 86 for a single season.
It just shows how many Gators get on base in front of Shoemaker.
Well, we've seen Shoemaker in the 2-hole too most of the season. Tim Walton just moving her down to the 3-hole. But I think because Jocelyn Erickson's been getting on base so much, getting her more RBI opportunities, and she's come up grand slam yesterday. Yeah. Definitely times to hit in some runs.
Megan Bush, by the way, the other Gator with 80. Here's the 1-2 from Landry. Of course, a lot of folks talking about Taylor Shoemaker as Freshman of the Year candidate in the SEC, and she's on the national list. Also on the Player of the Year national list, the final 25. And she grounds that one through the right side. 2 for 2 on the day.
I just love the way her swing has developed throughout this season. She was really good on the outer half. She was exposed earlier in the SEC season on that pitch, the inside pitch against Texas. She really struggled, but you know what? She went to work, and she is now a legitimate inside ball hitter that you can't just go in there to attack her. She will punish the ball. Great hit, great at bat for Shoemaker.
Another RBI chance for Walsh with nobody out. 2-0. Speed off the mark. And another 3-ball count. Already 3 walks in the game for Landry.
And Landry in game 1, she had those 5 walks, she had 2 hit batters, so 7 free passes in that game 1. And they scored, one of those scored. So Florida was not able to really capitalize on all those free passes in the first game.
The run scored tonight was off of a walk. Erickson walked her way on, and now she's standing at third base as Walsh draws the 4th walk of the game. Bases are loaded. They've already hit 1 grand slam in the series. Corby Otis is due up.
I think one of the hardest things we're seeing at the tail end now of the regular season of the SEC are the ace pitchers that are starting game 1 and game 3. Smitty, you talked about this pregame. 144 pitches, a career high for Landry. You were surprised she got the start. They already clinched the SEC. They've got the SEC tournament coming next week. It's been hard for these aces to continue.
Exactly, Jess. And I honestly was surprised. I didn't think Patty would start her today because of the pitch count, because of the fact she's also thrown the lion's share of innings for Oklahoma. You go back and you scout some of the teams that have really relied on an ace. Sydney Berzon for LSU, Sam Landry, Texas, same situation.
Tegan Cavan.
Yep. So there are some programs that have really relied on their ace, and you know, it's a deficit. It's a plus and a minus, right? Yeah. Towards the end of the season, you've got to rest up some of those aces. So it'll be interesting to see how long they let her go here in this game.
Yeah, Emily Kennedy out at A&M. I mean, there's so many aces emerging, even though we're seeing more staffs than ever. But when it comes down to it, you're going to ride your best arm.
Carlin Pickens at Tennessee. I mean, it is interesting how we've gone to pitching staffs, but there have been aces that have developed out of those staffs.
Otis had one of their biggest slams of the season in the Arkansas series after Tim Walton got ejected. She walked it off here in extra innings. Shoemaker hit the slam yesterday. Corby's got 3 on her resume. Walked her first time up. Still nobody out. Sooner infield pulled in.
That's where, too, as a hitter, and we talk about grand slams all the time, Corby Otis is very much aware she would love to hit a home run, but with the speed of Shoemaker at second, I mean, a ground ball through the infield, finding a gap, scores at least 2 runs.
Two and two.
Yeah, and to your point, Jess, I always say to hitters that you've got to hit the pitch that you're given, and if you're given more or less a single type pitch, you try to hit a home run, you're probably going to swing and miss at it. So
in front of you, keep it to 1 run, because Taylor Shoemaker wasn't going anywhere. She throws on that. Instead it gets by her, 2 runs come in.
Now Riley Holtorf with 2 more in scoring position. They had a big 4-run inning yesterday.
You guys, I know that Oklahoma has clinched the regular season SEC title, but this game feels like an SEC championship game.
Yeah,
it feels like a postseason type game. And I'll tell you, from the coaches, from who they decided to start, technically this game doesn't matter a whole lot, but it does for the people on the field.
Well, the history, right? We talked about the semifinals of the World Series last year. Just
Holtorf looking for her first hit of the series, fouls that one off. And both these clubs, how about one or the other, has played for the national championship in 13 of the last 15 years, including one of the greatest games in the history of the sport in that 2017 Champ Series, the 17-inning game. Out in front of the off speed, and a strikeout, one down.
big out for Sam Landry. She goes back to that changeup, really tight rotation, really good location. Holtorf has struggled with this pitch off of Landry in game one. It's a big get for Sam Landry.
Now Mia Williams, Garcia. They got the runner Walsh hung up, but she's able to dive back in safely. Emmerling unable to get it to Nellie Mack in time. And the bases are loaded.
And I'm actually surprised a little bit that Reagan Walsh took off on this, because she was going to be dead out at home, but then she retreats, comes back, and you're right, Emmerling just wasn't able to get that hard throw down to
But I'm going to put some of that on Garcia too. She should have run at Walsh and forced her to go one way or the other. So a defensive miscue there, and a big moment now for Ava Brown with the bases loaded again. Landry fires it over to third, double play. The reaction of the pitcher Sam Landry to limit the
way around the corner to get into the series, sold out all weekend long.
Keegan Rothrock going to work against 4, 5, and 6.
And there's a lot of Gator fans, but Oklahoma packs the house everywhere they go.
Everywhere they go.
They're a team everyone wants to watch. Cheer for, cheer against.
Gator pitchers have done a really nice job. They only gave up 5 hits in the win last night. Just the 1 hit through the first 3 innings for Oklahoma tonight. McEnroe Marinas, another fly ball out to Falby, 1 down. They got Sunday Night Baseball coming your way tomorrow night. Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers taking on Austin Riley and the Braves. It's Sunday Night Baseball, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Our coverage begins at 6 Eastern with Baseball Tonight.
Go Goyers. Kind of feeling too the momentum with Oklahoma. That was such a big 2 outs, that double play, bases loaded, 1 out. Will it infuse their offense now? But you kind of felt like the Gators were going to crack that thing open. They scored 2 runs, but Ava Brown had gotten that into the gap.
Yeah.
Bayani fouls it off. Lined out to third back in the first inning. For the junior transfer from BYU, part of their Hawaiian pipeline. We've had some good ones over the years. Of course, Jocelyn Alo. There's a ground ball to second. Williams has it, 2 down. Also have Nellie McEnroe Marinas this year, another one of the Hawaiians. This is Sid Sanders.
Lana and Nellie went to high school literally 2 blocks from each other. Pretty cool for them to reunite.
Yeah, well, just the commitment as well. They grew up in Hawaii, flying stateside to play travel ball. And
both of them, you know, having to come out, fly out. Usually it's not with your parents. Jensen Allo really setting the stage for that pipeline.
Kendra Falby robbed back in the second, stole a home run from her on a well-struck ball.
Well, this is Oklahoma team that we talked about their power, the number of home runs they have. They have 5 double-digit home run hitters. If Sanders would have gotten that ball out of the park, she would have been the 6th. She's got 9 on the year.
Who has the most? Ohio State, right?
Yes. They have been bopping the ball.
Yes.
They're in another level, though.
Yeah.
They're the only team in triple digits, those home runs.
That's the second home run of this series we've seen off the tin roof rusted out there.
Those reactions, too.
We've also one of Ella Parker's went out into the shrubbery, the trees out in right center. Hitting some distance. That home run coming with 2 outs. There's Abby Dayton. Dayton drove in a pair of runs in game 1 of the series. Transferred in from Utah, former Pac-12 batting champion. And she was credited with the game-winning RBI in the 9th inning on Thursday night. And Stephanie Van Brakel, Prothro, coming out to chat. Rothrock appears all right, ready to go. With a 2-1 count with 2 outs and a 3-1 lead, shortened by the Sid Sanders solo home run. Four home runs in the series for Oklahoma, but 3 of them solos. Tim Walton told us this week that's one of the keys. Is you're going to give up some long balls with this offense, but if you can keep them to 1 and stay a little closer. And now the tying run will come to the plate as Dayton delivers with 2 outs.
Another great at bat from Abby Dayton. You saw the numbers too. She's having a heck of a series. She was the hero Thursday night, getting a huge RBI, but she gets this count 3-2. This pitch is probably off the plate, just like we saw with Ella Parker, though. The ability just to go with the pitch, a lot of upper body, and Abby Dayton has been swinging a hot bat in this series.
Well, first time through the lineup, Rothrock was really good at getting Oklahoma to swing early in the count. Oklahoma a lot more patient now here, second time through the lineup. Seen a lot more pitches.
Hitting much better today with 2 outs than they did in the first couple of games. Bella Emmerling is the tying run. She is also one of those double-digit home run hitters with 10 on the year. Whoa.
Big
way
swing.
out in front. That one went a long way foul.
I heard you, Beth. Double-digit home runs. Let me show you. That was a heck of a cut.
She does not leave anything to chance. I mean, that.
You were telling Patty Gasso how much fun you have watching Bella swing, because it is all or nothing.
It is. I love watching it.
These two teams both with over 90 home runs on the season. That one's in the dirt from Rothrock.
I think a big reason you see Bella Emmerling getting out front of those inside pitches, that's the pitch she struck out on looking. So now she's backed off the plate a little bit, does not want to get beat in.
That's where Rothrock goes, and she'll foul off another one.
A lot more ready. When she threw it before, she was more on the plate. She jumped back like it was going to hit her, and it was a strike.
Two pitch.
Where a changeup would be great. You can see how out front Emmerling is, trying not to get beat in. Rothrock hasn't had feel for that in this at bat. Threw the changeup in the dirt.
Missed that one away, full count. Dayton will go from first. Ninth pitch of this at-bat coming. And missed it inside. But now the tying run is aboard. The go-ahead to the plate. The number 9 hitter, Hannah Kaur. Terrific at-bat by Emmerling to get on. Kaur takes a strike. Flew out to center her first time up.
And we've seen all these righties now back off the plate. Hannah Kaur also. She's a good 5 more inches off the plate than she was her last at bat.
Rothrock goes back inside, and the grounder to short. Holtorf. Andrea, gem of a defensive play, a double play with the bases loaded to end that threat. So it's back to work here in the bottom of the 4th. 9-1-2 due up for the Gators. Cahalan tripled her first time up. And she'll line that one in for a base hit. So a hit to right field and now a hit to left.
These Gators using opposite field in such a good way. This is a pitcher's pitch. This is low and away at the knees, almost shins. That's how go down and get it for Cahalan, who struggled against Landry, makes the adjustment. Dayton diving for this to cut it off.
Back to the top, and third time around, Falby, a couple of ground outs.
Tim Walton even mentioned it. Yeah, she has been a star. We've been showing the packages in the outfield. We saw her frustration after getting out her last at bat. It's been a quiet weekend for the senior.
Dropping down the bunt. Good charge by McEnroe Marinas to get her, but the sacrifice moves Cahalan into scoring position.
This is a great play by Nellie McEnroe Marinas. This is a base hit bunt. Kendra Falby has so much speed, and this is what you want to do, but look at Nellie Mack get on top of this, throw it off her front foot quickly, strike to first base. She made that look easy.
Yeah, a great read. The second she saw the hands, I mean, she was full-on sprint into that ball.
Here's Erickson now with an RBI opportunity. She's walked twice and scored twice. Gators doing a good job of getting their leadoffs on base. Twice in the 4 innings now.
Oh, that's the pitch. We're seeing Jocelyn Erickson 4 walks in 2 games, but I think she's also passive right now. There's pitches she's gotten that she can slug. And I know that's what Tim Walton wants from her in this position.
On, their leadoffs off. But now that they've gotten them on, they need those hits, those situational stats to climb up.
Every Oklahoma inning has started with 2 outs and nobody getting on base thus far. Erickson doesn't chase, 2-2. Junior from Phoenix. Walks a lot, doesn't strike out a bunch. And that's another full count for Sam Landry. Erickson, foul ball. Seen a lot of pitches tonight. Erickson, all 3 at-bats, full counts. Third walk of the night for her.
Yeah, coming into this game, 42 walks, so that's her 45th walk of the year.
That was a really good at bat, too. Fouled off a few pitches, and that last pitch, it was a ball, but it was close to get chased, and she did not.
So here comes Shoemaker. 2 for 2 with a double and a single. Gets under that. Dayton out and left. 2 down. Reagan Walsh.
Gators just 1 for 7 wrist.
Reagan Walsh would love to tack on a few more here. Oklahoma has the top of the order coming up next inning.
How about what Patty Gasso just told us, too? She wants Landry to be a boss. Literally, I want that grit to come out. Her command is not what we're used to seeing. It's been like this throughout the weekend, but this is when true aces rise. And the last few innings, being able to get out of these jams.
One and two.
Yeah, owning that inside corner. Having to throw that pitch with authority completely changes at bats.
Oh, got her to swing at that pitch way up and in for the strikeout to end the threat.
As soon as she saw Falby go down to a slide, look at her eyes. She's taking 2. There's no coach telling her that. She sees Falby in the grass, and she takes second base. That's a fire that lights up this offense.
Here comes Parker. 1 for 2 singled. All hands going the opposite way back in the third. She couldn't hold back. 1-1. Just a sophomore, already 100 career hits, runs batted in. 7 hits in the series after she lit up Texas as well last weekend. Parker, base knock. Pickering will stay at third. Runners on the corners, nobody out.
Parker's been peppering it everywhere. We saw the opposite field hit her last at bat, and then this one just getting around a pitch middle to away, but such exit velocity off the bat every single time she swung the bat.
Just so smooth. The way that bat just whips through the zone. Just a pretty swing.
And is this all for Rothrock? Tim Walton out there. And it looks like a pitching change coming up for the Gators with a 3-1 lead, but it's in jeopardy. Brown, who's already in the game hitting as the DP, will come on for Rothrock when we come back.
Mid-60s, so she gets a lot of fly ball outs. It's that screw rise combination, but really the key is keeping Oklahoma off balance with multiple speeds.
5 innings, 6 hits, 1 run. Has faced 23 batters so far in the series, and it's Gabby Garcia to greet her. Go ahead run at the plate here in the top of the 5th. Winner of this game wins the series and would get a leg up perhaps in the discussions about whether or not one of these two is deserving of the overall top seed for the NCAA tournament. A discussion that would probably include Texas A&M. Likely to be an SEC team since they're going to get at least 14 teams into the tournament and perhaps half of the 16 seeds. And it's 3-2. Parker had to stay at first, so 1 on with 1 out for McEnroe Marinas.
This is the third of kind of the sequence of the big boppers for the Sooners. Only McEnroe Marinas 14 home runs on the season, that ties the team lead.
Well, she's just 1 for 10 now in the series, 2 down. Hey, don't forget we got Sunday Night Baseball coming your way tomorrow night. Dodgers and Braves. Our coverage begins at 6 Eastern with baseball tonight. First pitch at 7 on ESPN and ESPN Deportes and ESPN Radio. Tying run still aboard here for the Sooners with Ilana Agbayani coming up. She's 0 for 2. The home run hitting Sid Sanders is on deck.
Agbayani does a good job too of also staying inside out. We talked about that with Shoemaker on the other side. She's 0 for 2, but she had a hard line out to third base to end the first inning.
The 3, 4, and 5 hitters for Oklahoma did not have a hit yesterday in game 2. They do not have a hit yet tonight. Agbayani, and it'll stay that way. Otis is there. Sooners get 1, missed chance for more. It's a 3-2 Florida lead. Finish as the top 4 in the league and get a double bye. That puts Oklahoma and Tennessee on the same side of the bracket. Texas and Texas A&M on the same side of the bracket.
That'll be a battle if they end up facing each other. Super regional rematch from last year.
The Florida Gators still in the mix here for 5, 6, 7, or 8. And they have secured at least a single bye. Of course, all building towards championship week, and then on to the selection show Sunday night, May 11th, 7 o'clock on ESPN2 when we reveal the bracket. Send teams on their way to the regionals and the supers, and then May 29th, the World Series gets underway. It's going to be foul into the dirt. It is the 43rd year of the World Series, the 20th season now with a championship series, 20-year anniversary of Michigan's win over UCLA on the Sam Finley home run in the 10th inning. Otis skies it. 1 down.
Gators, number 4.
Riley Holtorf. Struck out looking at a change her last time up. We've seen activity every so often in the Sooners bullpen. A few different folks down there. Peyton Monticelli is in there right now. But Landry went the distance in winning game 1 in 9 innings on Thursday. They will get their first taste, of course, of the SEC tournament. And it's a pressure cooker. It's a free-for-all.
That's right.
7 different champions in the last 10 years. The 1 seed has won the title 9 times. Florida is the defending SEC tournament champion. And the swing and the miss of Holtorf. Second time she struck out, 2 down.
That's the second time she struck out on that same exact pitch, the changeup. She is just having a hard time identifying that pitch, and Landry knows it. This is all about locating it, but it's also about pitch calling. We've seen Holtorf weak on that off-speed pitch.
Here's Mia Williams.
Mia Williams also struck out on that changeup, her first at bat. And it's been a good pitch for Landry when she's thrown it. 3 of the 4 strikeouts have been on it.
Check swing foul. Dad Jason in his seat there behind home plate. Mom was also an athlete at Florida. Having a breakout season for the Gators. From 6 home runs to 19 this year. Chases that upstairs. 2-2.
We've seen some big swings too from Mia Williams. 2 home runs in this series. One to dead center, one off the roof last night. That was a great pitch. Changeup. I don't know where that missed.
Sam thought that was strike 3.
Yeah.
And you rarely see her show that too. She's grinding out there.
Full count. Got her. Another one with the changeup. And a 1-2-3 inning. A great back and forth series between these 2 perennial powers. The 9-time SEC champion Florida Gators. The first time SEC champion Oklahoma Sooners. They met last year in the national semifinals in Oklahoma City. Winner of this one will take this series. And a little momentum to Georgia for the SEC tournament. Second inning of work for Ava Brown. One-two pitch. Pops her up. Cahalan's got it. 1 down. Hey, the next stop on the F1 schedule is the 4th annual Miami Grand Prix at the Miami International Autodrome down at Hard Rock Stadium. Coverage begins tomorrow afternoon at 2:30 Eastern with Grand Prix Sunday, And then the race at 4 Eastern on ABC, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Plus. Abby Dayton. A single and a line out. There's 5 outs left to work with for the Sooners. And the tying run is aboard.
Pitch comes up and in, and Abby Dayton just rolls with it. It barely clips her elbow.
That's the 3rd hit batter for them today. Merlin pulls the first one.
Prior to that, too, Ava Brown coming in relief. All 4 batters she's faced, all fly outs, weak fly balls. Done a good job so far. Just as the Sooners were getting to Keegan Rothrock, the starter.
Sooners today just 1 hit with a runner on base. 1 for 6 tonight.
Changeup's been so good, too.
Swing and miss there.
See that late movement down. So not just the change of speeds at 55 miles an hour, but then the drop. It's got a lot of spin on it.
Throw down to first. Almost got her. Sooners rallied late on Thursday with a 3-run 6th inning. And Pepper and Patty down there in the third base coach's box.
Been all over everything inside and striking out on a pitch inside, and that's why the changeup she was so far ahead of.
Waits on the off speed, drives that one. Falby gets to another one on the track. Stealing extra base hits today.
I mean, have you guys heard of the no-fly zone that they've got out in Seattle? That's exactly what they've got going on here in Gainesville. Don't hit it anywhere in this area. That is a double off the bat. The thing to me is the timing that Falby has, the understanding where she's on the field. She just does it every single time there's a ball hit out there.
Wow. The Kendra Falby chant starting at Presley Stadium.
I mean, defensive runs saved, you know, they'd be losing this game.
Yeah,
that's what Tim Long said in the interview. Number of runs that she keeps off the board.
That's the war factor. And what I appreciate too, and we've talked about this, is she's struggled at the plate. I mean, she's been pretty much, she's had 1 hit, I think, in 3 games, but her defense has saved them. She hasn't carried it out to the grass.
She's due up next inning for them. Down and into core, and then the top of the order coming up for the Sooners. Core, slow roar to Cahalan, over to first, and that'll do it. Some more glove love. Semifinals.
I mean, you're right. In Athens, Georgia, Auburn.
Another good one.
Just to kick it off. I mean, that's going to be rowdy.
No, Alabama, Auburn.
Sorry, Alabama.
Georgia, Kentucky, Ole Miss, Missouri. Missouri, by the way, has to win the tournament in order to get into the NCAA tournament. They need the SEC's automatic bid.
Because they're sub 500.
They're sub 500. So that'll be a story to cover on opening day. South Carolina and LSU in the 8-9 game. So the winner of that one would provide the first matchup for Oklahoma in the quarterfinals.
Second of the series.
Each side with a home run off the roof today. It's 4-2 Florida. 3 outs away from a series win, and they're adding some insurance.
Well, that's big. I think adding an insurance run late in the game, always so important. But Ava Brown's been on the ball. A couple of line drive outs earlier in the game. That one, a no doubter.
Cahalan, Sanders bobbles and makes the play. Yeah, Brown had a solo home run yesterday and now another one today.
And this is the advantage of facing a pitcher second time, not just third time through the order, but second day through the series. Ava Brown expecting this pitch off the Thursday night.
11th extra base hit of the series for Florida. One down for Falby back at the top.
Coach is possibly going to ask if that hit her out of the box.
Challenge coming.
Flips her shoulder.
Yeah.
She might have been out of the box.
Challenging the call of a batter out of the box from contact. Plays under for the review.
I think because her foot's in the air, and that's the benefit of being a slapper. She's coming through it, but her back foot's still in the batter's box.
Yeah, it looked like that right foot was still in the front of the box.
After review, the ruling on the field is upheld. The ball is in the box.
Good job by the umpires there. Got it right. Still 0-2 though to Falby.
I think that's a good challenge late in the game. You've got a couple of them. You might as well use them.
Well, and honestly, before you know, look at the replay and break it down, it looked like she was out of the box. Almost as a slapper, you almost want to be, because that's how quick you want to be getting down the line.
That one caught Emmerling. Umpire going to buy her a little extra time. Brush off that plate as well, or they start the pitch clock. To Kendra.
Level of intensity right now in Kendra Falby's eyes. She is so focused, most fired up I've really seen her after her last out. She wants to get on base.
And she will.
You guys, she was so frustrated, and we could see it throughout her at-bats. I know she's been making all the catches. She looks like she's almost in tears of joy. Beautiful job with 2 strikes as soon as she pokes it through. Just as much excitement of robbing a home run as finally seeing first base.
Passes the bat to Jocelyn Erickson. 3 walks for her. She's seen 20 pitches tonight.
Well, for Falby too, you know, she was behind 0-2. She gets that hit at a 1-2 count. It'll be interesting to see. Erickson has not gotten a lot of swings off.
3 walks this game too yesterday.
Yeah. She's ultra patient. 45 walks on the year.
Falby is a threat to steal, and Emmerling has only thrown out 3 base stealers this season. Erickson, right back to Landry, who throws it out to center field. Falby to third, and runners on the corners with 1 out.
Well, and that's what speed does to you. This is a very good fielding Oklahoma team, as well as a very good fielding Sam Landry, but she immediately knows she wants to go, but she just chucks the ball across her body. Gabby Garcia in a good position, but Landry just overcompensates, holds on to this ball, and there's no opportunity for Garcia to be able to glove that up. Big error here late in the game that hurts Landry.
Only her 2nd all year. And Patty Gasso coming out. Florida threatening to add on to the advantage. 1 run already in this inning on the Ava Brown homer. Kirsten Deal is the recent addition to the Oklahoma bullpen. As Patty talks to the entire infield here.
Well, I think how they're going to handle the first and third,
Yep.
you know, after the error, just making sure everyone's on the same page. I mean, you have plays you're calling from the dugout, but right now Patty clearly wants to make it clear exactly how they're going to run this.
Got a pinch runner as well coming on for Florida over at first base, Brooke Bernard. Falby down at third. And it's Taylor Shoemaker. 2 for 3 tonight. This will be the 9th time she's seen Landry this series. Landry gets the outside corner.
They started this game attacking Shoemaker inside. She's gotten 2 hits, pulling the ball down the line. Now trying to also mix in a way, be unpredictable.
She held up 2-1. You're in the dirt, 3-1.
I'm surprised the runner, Brooke Bernard, coming into pinch run. As soon as she saw that ball in the dirt, should have been on second base. No way they'll throw down with a runner at third.
And the bases are full of Florida Gators for Reagan Walsh on senior weekend. Drove in a run with a sac fly in the first. Was walked and struck out.
Oklahoma defense playing deep here against the right-handed Reagan Walsh. Middles are deep, corners deep.
Outside, 2-0.
Coming in a little bit in between pitches, but Agbayani as well as Garcia, the middles deep, looking for something that potentially can turn a double play to try to get out of this jam here in the bottom of the sixth.
That's in for a strike.
That tells me she's looking middle away. Her front foot was stepping that way. You get 2-0, you get in a hitter's count, you are looking one place you can slug. And it was not inside for Reagan Walsh.
Two and two. A single, an error, and a walk has loaded them up for Florida.
And this ball is going to go to the leading edge of the plate. It would give Emmerling the opportunity, but that throw off line, she's got to stab at it. Florida has forced Oklahoma to make an error in every game of this series. The speed just creating a little bit of chaos, the environment.
Well, and Jocelyn Erickson now has scored following a walk, and an error to get her on base. 3 runs today without a hit.
Well, and they started the inning off with a home run. So that was that kind of the start for Ava Brown, bottom of the lineup. Puts Oklahoma back on the heels. Sam Landry did battle throughout this, just did not have the command. I think that error was a big one, and now we'll see a pitching change.
So Landry departs with 1 out and 2 on, and gives way for the freshman lefty Audrey Lowry, who appeared in game 2 last night through an inning and 2/3. Sooners have already clinched the SEC regular season championship, but are looking at a 3rd series loss of the season right now. Down 4 late, enjoying themselves thoroughly here tonight. Here's Corby Otis. Lowry, big time recruit. Prep Player of the Year out of the state of Indiana. Otis, ground ball to short. Play at the plate, and this time they'll get Schumacher as Garcia charges and fires home. 2 down.
Good execution there, especially after the couple of miscues, couple of errors, what seems to be a regular play at home.
Oh, they're going to check for obstruction on the catcher, Emmerling. Emmerling's changed the tape on her chest guard with a different pitcher. With a focus and relaxation. All right, you're not allowed to get in front of that leading edge of home plate until you have the ball. That looked pretty good.
Yeah, the ball showed up.
Top of the order will come up for Oklahoma in the 7th. Pickering, Parker, and Garcia. Holtorf. And on the run, nice grab by Abby Dayton. Damage done though by the Gators. Up 4 with 3 outs to play.
Absolutely.
You can lose 3 series, still win the championship.
Well, it really also comes down to not having a meltdown weekend.
Yeah.
And sometimes we've seen good clubs do that, get swept.
Everyone in the conference has lost at least 2 series this year.
Yeah.
So top of the order now, Cassidy Pickering, followed by Ella Parker, Gabby Garcia. Pickering doubled, scored a run last time up. Five hits for the second game in a row for the Sooners against Florida pitching. This after they had an SEC high 15 hits in game 1. And now there's one down. Florida 2 outs away from winning the series.
Well, I think Stephanie Van Brakel-Prothro has done a good job of calling the games after game 1. You know, a lot more change-ups than what they typically throw.
Almost make them 2 different pitchers.
Yes. You have to. You know, that's the one thing about pitching is you cannot be predictable. You've got to be able to adjust on the fly.
Parker singled her last 2 times up. Parker gets the 1-out walk.
Four straight balls, nothing close. We're going to pitch run for her.
Cheney Hilton, the pinch runner. 3 big runs, though, for the Gators in the 6th. After it had been a 1-run ball game. Garcia, sac fly that scored a run in the 5th.
Seventh.
That's the second one that they've hit out there into the trees, and now it's Nellie McEnroe-Marinas. Showing some signs of life here late. She reaches, they bring the tying run to the plate. Been quiet so far this series. Just 1 for 10 so far. They have 16 come from behind wins. They lost a late lead on Thursday and then rallied to win in extra innings in game 1. Keegan Rothrock, who started, is back out there potentially to re-enter. Nellie takes the 3-0. And fights back here, full count.
Ava Brown will work quickly. She's kind of sneaky with it too. So she goes back outside the circle. She'll pick up the rosin. And then when she gets back on the rubber, it's go time. She's kind of snuck up a little bit on some of these Oklahoma hitters.
She's shaking off a couple here. the swing and miss. 2 down.
That is a great job working back from 3-0 to pick up the strikeout of Nelly. Ava Brown, a couple of big hitters here in the 7th inning. She gets behind 3-0. She fights back to 3-2 and then throws that rise ball right down the middle and gets Nelly to swing through it.
The Sooners down to their final out. Here's Ilana Agbayani. Oh for 3 tonight. Two and 0. In for a strike from Brown.
Got the home run hitting Sid Sanders on deck. Basically 2 home runs, 1 taken away. That's who they want to try to get up.
Full count. They have not seen Florida beat a #1 ranked team here at home in 17 years, and now they're trying to watch them do it on back-to-back nights. And the Sooners say not yet. Agbayani aboard with the 2-out walk. High. 2-0.3-0. That one's in there. Ball 4 to put the tying run aboard and bring up Abby Dayton, who won game 1 for the Sooners in the 9th inning on Thursday. Looks like the Sooners are getting a pinch runner on it first. Tia Malloy will run for Sanders.
A big moment too for Abby Dayton, the transfer from Utah. Pac-12 batting champion, and got the game winner in their extra inning win Thursday night.
This time Brown gets ahead.
Brown uses that screwball outside the lefties. But Erickson needs to pull that back into the zone. She's catching that a little bit low and away from the zone.
Well, that's the thing about being a left-handed catcher.
Exactly.
Normally you're going to get that corner. If your left hand has the glove, you can get around it, but she has to come across her body. It's taking away some strikes.
And now down to their final strike. As they close out the regular